Welcome back to Narrative Network. Imagine being a young boy with big dreams, but no means to chase them. Then one day, a chance encounter with a millionaire changes everything. Marcus, a talented but struggling artist, and his hardworking mother could barely make ends meet, until an unexpected act of kindness left them in tears of joy and turned their lives upside down. Stay with us until the end to see how one incredible moment not only transforms Marcus's life, but creates a ripple effect that inspires countless others. If this story moves you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's explore this heartwarming journey together. 12-year-old Marcus Taylor was no stranger to hardship. Living in a small, rundown apartment on the edge of the city with his mother Patricia, life had been an uphill battle for as long as he could remember. Patricia worked long hours as a janitor at a local office building, barely making enough to cover rent and put food on the table. Despite her exhaustion, she always found time to encourage Marcus to dream big. "You're destined for greatness, baby," Patricia would say, her tired eyes lighting up with hope. "Never let anyone tell you different." Marcus was a bright, curious boy with a passion for reading and an undeniable talent for drawing. His school notebooks were filled with sketches of everything he saw, people, buildings, and even scenes from his vivid imagination. Though he often wore the same worn-out sneakers and hand-me-down clothes, his spirit remained unbroken. His mother's unwavering belief in him gave him the strength to endure the teasing from classmates and the pitying looks from strangers. One day, while walking home from school, Marcus noticed a sleek black car parked near the corner store. A tall, well-dressed man stood beside it, checking his phone. Marcus couldn't help but admire the car's gleaming exterior and the man's sharp suit. He wondered what it would be like to live a life so far removed from his own. Little did Marcus know, that man would soon change his life forever. The man was Robert Hamilton, a successful entrepreneur who had built his wealth through real estate and investments. Though he had achieved financial success, Robert often felt a void in his life. He spent his days surrounded by luxury, but longed for something more meaningful, something that reminded him of his own humble beginnings. On that particular day, Robert was in the neighborhood to meet with a local charity organization. As he waited by his car, he noticed Marcus walking by, clutching his backpack tightly and glancing at the car with a mix of curiosity and admiration. "Hey there," Robert called out with a friendly smile. "Do you like cars?" Marcus hesitated, unsure whether to respond. Yes, sir," he finally said. "It's a really nice car." Robert chuckled. "Thank you. What's your name?" "Marcus," the boy replied, standing a little straighter. "Well, Marcus, what do you want to be when you grow up?" Robert asked, intrigued by the boy's polite demeanor and the spark of intelligence in his eyes. Marcus's face lit up. "I want to be an artist. I love drawing things, cars, people, anything I see." Robert was impressed. "That's a great dream, Marcus. Do you have any of your drawings with you?" Marcus hesitated, then pulled out his notebook from his backpack. Flipping through the pages, he showed Robert his sketches. The drawings were surprisingly detailed and vibrant, capturing the essence of his subjects with remarkable skill. "These are incredible," Robert said sincerely. "You've got real talent." Marcus beamed, his heart swelling with pride. "Thank you, sir." Robert looked at the boy thoughtfully. He saw more than just a talented artist. He saw a boy with potential, determination, and a spirit that reminded him of himself at that age. The next day, Robert couldn't stop thinking about Marcus. He decided to return to the neighborhood to learn more about the boy's circumstances. He asked around and eventually found Patricia cleaning the lobby of an office building. "Excuse me, ma'am," Robert said, approaching her. "Are you Marcus's mother?" Patricia looked up, surprised. "Yes, I am. Is everything okay?" Robert introduced himself and explained how he had met Marcus. "I was blown away by his talent and his passion. He's a remarkable boy, and I can see how much you've done to support him." Patricia's eyes softened. "Marcus is my world. I try to give him everything I can, but it's not easy." Robert nodded, his heart aching at the sight of her tired face. "I'd like to help. If it's all right with you, I'd like to make a small contribution to support Marcus's dreams." Patricia was taken aback. "That's very kind of you, but we're not looking for handouts." "This isn't a handout," Robert assured her. "It's an investment in a boy with incredible potential. Please let me do this." After some hesitation, Patricia agreed, grateful for his generosity but unsure of what to expect. A week later, Robert invited Marcus and Patricia to meet him at a local cafe. When they arrived, Marcus was excited but nervous, clutching his notebook as if it were a shield. Patricia, dressed in her best outfit, was wary but hopeful. Robert greeted them warmly and handed Marcus a neatly wrapped package. "This is for you," he said. Marcus tore open the package to find a brand new set of professional drawing supplies, sketchbooks, pencils, charcoals, and more. His eyes widened in disbelief. "Is this for me?" "Yes," Robert said with a smile. "I want you to have the tools to keep pursuing your dreams." But that wasn't all. Robert reached into his pocket and handed Patricia an envelope. She opened it to find a check for $10,000. Her hands trembled as tears filled her eyes. "This is too much," Patricia said, her voice breaking. "We can't accept this." "Please," Robert said gently. "I've been blessed in my life, and I want to share that blessing with others. This is for Marcus, to help with his education and give him the opportunities he deserves." Patricia couldn't hold back her tears. She hugged Marcus tightly, overwhelmed by the kindness of a man they had only just met. With Robert's gift, Patricia was able to enroll Marcus in art classes and buy him the supplies he needed to nurture his talent. The change in Marcus was immediate. He flourished under the guidance of skilled teachers, honing his skills and growing more confident in his abilities. Robert stayed in touch with the family, visiting occasionally to see Marcus's progress. Over time, he became a mentor to the boy, offering advice not just about art, but about life and perseverance. Marcus's work began to gain recognition. His drawings were displayed at school exhibitions, and his teachers spoke highly of his dedication and creativity. The boy who had once been teased for his worn-out clothes was now admired for his talent and determination. Patricia, too, felt the ripple effects of Robert's generosity. She was able to cut back on her grueling hours and spend more time with Marcus, something she hadn't been able to do in years. The weight of constant financial stress began to lift, replaced by hope for a brighter future. As Marcus grew older, he never forgot the kindness that had changed his life. Inspired by Robert, he vowed to use his success to give back to others. By the time he graduated high school, Marcus had earned a scholarship to a prestigious art school where he continued to excel. Years later, Marcus became a renowned artist, known not only for his stunning work, but for his commitment to helping young, underprivileged artists find their voice. He established the Taylor Arts Foundation, providing scholarships and mentorship to talented kids who lacked resources, just as Robert had done for him. At the foundation's grand opening, Marcus invited Robert to speak. Standing before a crowd of eager young artists, Robert shared the story of their first meeting. "Sometimes, a small act of kindness can change someone's life," Robert said. "But what's even more powerful is when that kindness inspires others to keep the cycle going." After the event, Marcus and Robert sat together, reflecting on their journey. Marcus smiled at the man who had believed in him when no one else did. "You gave me more than money or supplies," Marcus said. "You gave me hope. And now, I want to do the same for others." Robert placed a hand on Marcus's shoulder. "You've done more than I ever could have imagined, Marcus. I'm proud of you." As Marcus looked out at the young artists he was now mentoring, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment. His life had come full circle, and he knew that the ripple effects of Robert's generosity would continue to spread for generations to come. In the end, the story wasn't just about a millionaire's gift or a boy's talent. It was about the power of hope, kindness, and the unbreakable line between a mother and her son. As Marcus's reputation grew, so did the reach of the Taylor Arts Foundation. The foundation became a beacon for aspiring artists from underprivileged backgrounds, offering not just financial support, but also workshops, mentorship programs, and platforms to showcase their work. Through his foundation, Marcus made sure that no child with a dream felt the limitations he had once faced. Marcus's success became a source of pride for Patricia, who had always believed in her son's potential. Though she still lived modestly, Patricia found fulfillment in helping Marcus with the foundation, often volunteering her time to coordinate events or simply offer encouragement to the young artists. She loved seeing the spark in their eyes as they realized someone believed in their talent, just as Marcus had once experienced. One day, Marcus received an email from a young artist named Hasmahan, who had recently won a scholarship from the foundation. She wrote, "Dear Mr. Taylor, I just wanted to thank you for giving me this opportunity. I've always loved painting, but my family couldn't afford supplies or classes. Your foundation has given me the chance to pursue my dream, and for the first time, I feel like I can really make it. Thank you for believing in kids like me." The message brought tears to Marcus's eyes. He shared it with Robert, who had become a close friend and mentor over the years. "This is what it's all about," Robert said, his voice filled with pride. "You've created something bigger than yourself, Marcus. That's the true measure of success." The email reminded Marcus of the day Robert had handed him that first set of art supplies. It was a moment that had changed his life forever. Now, he was the one changing lives. Years later, Marcus decided to honor Robert in a way that would cement his role in Marcus's journey. He organized an exhibition featuring works from young artists supported by the foundation. The exhibition was titled Ripples of Hope and highlighted the transformative power of kindness. At the event, Marcus invited Robert as the guest of honor. As Robert arrived, he was greeted by dozens of young artists whose lives had been changed by the foundation. "You're the reason this exists," Marcus said, gesturing to the bustling gallery filled with vibrant artwork. "Without your kindness, none of this would have happened." Robert, visibly moved, shook his head. "I may have lit the spark, but you turned it into a fire, Marcus. This is your legacy." The highlight of the evening came when Marcus unveiled a portrait he had painted of Robert, surrounded by scenes of their first meeting and the foundation's impact. The painting captured not just Robert's likeness, but the spirit of generosity and hope he had shared. Patricia, now in her late 60s, stood in the corner of the gallery, watching as her son mingled with the crowd. She thought back to the days when life had been a constant struggle, when she had worried whether she could give Marcus the opportunities he deserved. Seeing him now, a successful artist and philanthropist, filled her with an overwhelming sense of pride. Marcus noticed his mother and walked over, taking her hand. "Mom, none of this would have been possible without you. You always believed in me, even when things were tough." Patricia smiled, her eyes glistening with tears. "And I always will, baby. You've turned every struggle into something beautiful. Your father would be so proud." As the years went on, Marcus continued to expand the foundation's reach, establishing partnerships with schools and art organizations across the country. He frequently visited classrooms, sharing his story and encouraging young artists to chase their dreams. During one such visit, a shy boy named Elijah approached Marcus with a sketchbook in hand. "Mr. Taylor," Elijah said nervously, "I want to be an artist like you someday, but I don't know if I'm good enough." Marcus knelt to meet Elijah's gaze, placing a reassuring hand on his shoulder. I used to think the same thing, but someone believed in me, and now I'm here to believe in you. Show me what you've got." Elijah handed over his sketchbook, and Marcus flipped through the pages, nodding with approval. "You've got talent, Elijah. Keep working hard, and don't ever stop believing in yourself." Marcus handed him a card with the foundation's information. "I want you to apply for a scholarship. Let's make those dreams a reality." Decades later, Marcus stood on the stage of a grand auditorium, accepting a prestigious humanitarian award for his contributions to the arts and his philanthropic work. In his acceptance speech, he shared the story of how one act of kindness had changed his life. "This award isn't just for me," Marcus said, his voice steady but emotional. "It's for every child with a dream, every parent who sacrifices for their kids, and every person who chooses to give when they don't have to. My story began with a man who saw potential in a boy from humble beginnings and decided to make a difference. That single act created a ripple effect that continues to this day." In the audience, Robert and Patricia sat side by side, beaming with pride. Patricia reached over and squeezed Robert's hand. "Thank you for seeing my son," she whispered. "You didn't just change his life, you changed ours." Marcus's story became a symbol of the power of kindness and the importance of believing in others. The Taylor Arts Foundation continued to grow, touching countless lives and inspiring the next generation of artists and dreamers. In the quiet moments of his life, Marcus would often reflect on that first encounter with Robert Hamilton and the profound impact it had on him. He understood that success wasn't just about personal achievement. It was about lifting others, creating opportunities, and leaving the world a little brighter than you found it. As he walked through the halls of the Foundation's headquarters, adorned with artwork from young artists who had been given a chance to shine, Marcus felt a deep sense of gratitude. His journey had come full circle, and his legacy was one of hope, compassion, and the enduring belief that one small act of kindness could change the world. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more inspiring content just like this. Share this video with your friends to spread the joy and motivation. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. See you in the next video.